This right here is a fact, okay? A team that's revolved around two superstar guards with no way to efficiently run the pick and roll is not a playoff team. In other words, the Dallas Mavericks offense requires an athletic big who can be dangerous in the pick and roll. Why? Well, I don't need you to take my word for it. I mean, you have no reason to trust some random small YouTuber you don't care about, right? So let's just look at last season instead. The Dallas Mavericks traded for Kyrie Irving and proceeded to go 8-12 and missed the playoffs, mainly because they couldn't successfully run the pick and roll with Dwight Powell and Maxi Kleber. But now, finally, the Dallas Mavericks have the future of NBA centers in their hand. Derrick Lively II's build and strengths on the court is the exact mold for the future of NBA big men, and his potential has literally no ceiling. Though at the same time, he already presents himself as a threat on both sides of the ball, and so far this season, he's completely changed this Mavericks offense in ways that can't really be put into words. Let's look at some film so you can see what I mean. The fact that Luka gets so much attention opens this offense up for Derrick Lively. See how Lively switches the screen and they go to double? Then Lively is smart enough to get the ball and kick out to the open man. His maturity on the court is shown already in his young career. Here's another scenario of a pick and roll. Mavericks fans, tell me if this could happen with Dwight Powell or Maxi Kleber, or whoever you want to call last year, okay? You didn't have a 7-foot athletic big who Luka could just throw the ball up to and trust to get the ball. Trust me, as this film session goes on, you'll see the crazy things that Lively does. Here's another one. Recognizing the mismatch on LaMelo Ball, Luka hitting him. You don't have a mismatch on that if you're Dwight Powell or any other big that the Mavericks had last season. Here's another example of Lively's height and athleticism playing a huge role in this Mavericks offense. He's coming down this screen, and even if he doesn't get the ball, he's going to clean up the glass. You didn't have a glass cleaner. You didn't have an athletic big last year, but now Mavericks fans can finally rejoice. Another pick and roll with Luka. We see this often as they gain chemistry, they're getting a lot better. Can you finally see why Derrick Lively is changing this offense and making this Mavericks team a championship contender single-handedly? Again, recognizing the height and athleticism difference, this just opens up areas of this offense. And I know what you might be thinking. Oh, they had Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis was more of a pick and pop threat. But when you have Derrick Lively, someone who's particularly a pick and roll threat and works particularly in the interior on offense and defense, it suits the Mavericks system a lot more, knowing that you have two shooters already in Kyrie and Luka. Look at the trust Luka has in Lively already. He knows that Zach Collins is there, but he trusts that Lively has the athleticism and the strength advantage over him to go and get that ball. Pure hustle, pure strength. Look at this athleticism, rebound, put back, putting his body on the line. He's everything you want in a center, and especially a center in this offense. A young guy who can go up, clean up the glass. He's had at least a block a game in every single game this season. He gets the job done defensively so far, and again, he's opening up this other dimension to this Mavericks offense. Over the last 3 games, he's been averaging over 10 rebounds a game. He's shooting 77% from the field. Okay, he's shooting efficient shots, he's getting the ball in the paint, and as he starts to progress, he's going to start to develop that mid-range shot. But right now, he fits the Dallas Mavericks system perfectly because he does exactly what they need him to do. Be effective off the pick and roll, clean up the glass, and make contested layups. As Lively continues to mature as a player, remember he's only 6 games into his season, this Mavericks offense will become a lot more polished, and as the season progresses, all 3 of them, Lively, Luka, and Kyrie, will start to develop more and more chemistry. Earlier, I made a video about how this Mavericks offense wouldn't work, and I don't think that they can compete for a championship, but I do think what we've seen from Derrick Lively opens up another dimension to them that I didn't anticipate. So, Lively's the future mold of NBA centers, and he's going to be the X factor for this Mavericks team moving forward. Make sure to subscribe if you guys like this video or this analysis at all.